Today is the release of Despicable Me 4. And I've got to say, I am pretty excited about this movie, as you can tell by my yellow t-shirt. And Minions Crocs. I mean, come on, they're pretty snazzy. But anyways, everybody, what's gonna be happening today is we have a few hours until the movie actually starts. And so we're gonna be going to the store to look for the Minions Funko Pops, the brand new ones, the Mega Minions. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to find them. They've been pretty tough, but we're gonna try our best, so let's get going. Oh, and now hold on, before we do go, I also bought this Lego set, but we'll build it once we get back, and we're talking about the movie. Okay, so we made it to the first store, which is Target, and I don't know if the Pops are gonna be here because it seems like most stores on the East Coast just haven't got them yet. But of course I have to check, and then we'll go through the toy section because they'll probably have some cool stuff there. Okay, now this is a new section, and it looks like they have a lot of Bitty Pops over here, and oh no, they had the Minion ones at one point, but it doesn't seem like they've got them today. And it looks like they have a bunch of the Harry Potter ones, as well as Parks and Rec, and they used to have them. And now, coming over to the collector spot where they would have most of their Funko stuff, they have a lot of cool things, and I'm noticing more of the Bitty Pops, but I'm not seeing many yellow boxes, which would usually mean there would be some Minions around. And don't get me wrong, they do have some cool stuff like Obi-Wan Kenobi and Daisy Duck, as well as the brand new Daredevil that I have never seen before, but we're not getting these today. I'm just looking for those little yellow guys. Or hold on, I stand corrected, Mega guys. Get it? It's the Mega Minions? Whatever. Now, even though they didn't have any Pops, it's always good to check the toy section. I knew I should look here. Because even though it's a bit of a mess, everybody, take a look at this. We have the Mega Minion Mel. We've also got Gus, and ooh, look at this Mega Minion Tim. He's squishy. Oh no, you know what? He's almost like a Stretch Armstrong. Okay, I might get this just for fun. We also have the Jerry behind that, and who else is here? We have Mel. Didn't we look at him down here? Yeah, it's the same one. But either way, some really, really cool stuff. And look at that. We also have the Fart Blaster up here, and I think there was a bigger one. Yes, look at this. Yeesh. Oh wait, does it actually include fart smell? Okay, this is kind of funny. I almost missed this over here. We have a giant playset as well with a bunch of different characters. We have the Maxim over here, as well as two of the Mega Minions. And it looks like he is exclusive to the big pack. Pretty neat. Hold on a second. I thought we were done, but then I bumped into this here. Look at him. He's also way heavier than I thought he was going to be. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a bunch of like beads in the bottom to keep him sitting. It's really nice. I don't know if I'm going to get him because of how big he is, but come on, that's cute. Oh, and now hold on. What are these? Okay, yeah, I gotta get a box. And now I understand I'm not gonna be able to get these to the movie theater, but I wanted to show you anyways because they've got them. Check it out. It is Minions Popsicles. That's really fun. And even though I can't bring those, I'm still getting those goldfish crackers. Alrighty, now everybody, we are over at Walmart, and I saw that a lot of people were posting that there is Minion stuff here. Or I guess like just Despicable Me 4 in general, so let's check the toys. Oh, and by the way, I will still be checking the Pops. I just doubt they'll have anything good. And well, everybody, would you look at this? They do have Despicable Me 4 stuff. They've got a small fart gun, as well as some more of the action figures that we saw over at Target. And, ooh, check this out. They have an entire set of these guys. But if I'm going to be honest, I feel like the Mega Minion Tim was probably the best one to get, even though they do have AVL Tim as well. And then check it out down here, everybody. They have, what the heck are these? Okay, yeah, they've got a pretty big case of them as well. Look at this. It is mini collectible plush. Okay, you know what? Let's grab 2 or 3 of them. Oh, and then hold on. To the left of that, they also have like these tiny little figures here, and I don't know if I'm going to be getting them, even though they are pretty neat. Yeah, let's just go with the plush because we've got a bunch of other stuff already. Oh, and speaking of plush, we do have a few more of the Mega Minions over here, and this one, I mean, look at the arms on this thing. And of course, everybody, I told you I was going to come and check out the Pops, and I feel like we already found enough stuff, but I mean, come on, this is what we expected. Like, they've got some Demon Slayer, Anakin, Chimchar, Boruto, but yeah, no Minions over. Oh, well, hold on. Okay, we do have, yeah, we've got Gus, but yeah, that's about it. And actually, you know, now that I think about it, we did not see him over in the other section. Also, they're kind of squishy. They're not like normal plush. How weird. Okay, now I thought Walmart was going to be our last stop, but then I checked. I've got a little bit of time before the movie, so let's go into GameStop because you never know. They could have the Pops or maybe some other Minion stuff. Well, everybody, we've made it to the section, and I'm not noticing anything Despicable Me 4. They've got a lot of stuff, but not those ones. And now I know everybody's going to get mad at me if I don't pick up this one today. They do have that original Shrek. I've got to get this one. I know it's not Minions, but I can't leave them behind. Okay, everybody, our hunt is done and we've now made it to the theater. Let's go see Despicable Me 4. And take a look at this, everybody. They have a bunch of plush and the Sipper. And just like that, everybody, we have made it into the movie. I've got my Sipper. I'm also the first one in. Let's watch it.
You will be the first to test our super serum, designed to transform you into cutting-edge agents. Or you might just explode. Ladies and gentlemen, our new secret weapon, the Mega Minion.
We are done the movie. Let's go back and talk about it.
What's the question?
Alrighty, now let's talk about the film because this was a pretty good one. If you guys don't know, I'm a fan of the Minions. I've been watching them since the first movie released when I was way younger, so it's cool to see this one in theaters. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen my Mega Minion cup very well, but this is what it looks like, and if you're wondering, the top comes off and you put the cup inside. You don't even have to get soda all over it, it just fits right in there. So definitely a neat thing to have, especially because most of the time when I go to the theaters, I'm getting a popcorn bucket, so it's pretty unique. But now, everyone, let's get into the other stuff that I got, like, for example, my Minions Goldfish Crackers. They're pretty great. As well as, what do we have here? My Mega Minion Tim, and as you guys could probably tell, I wasn't able to find the Pops. But the good news is the movie did just release, and I'm gonna keep hunting for them, so subscribe and you won't miss the video on them. But now, everyone, it is time, and I feel like the first thing we've got to try is the Goldfish Crackers.
Do. What's the question?
Oh, interesting. It kind of looks like Mega Minion Gus a little bit, and tastes like them too. And well, anyways, I'll snack on these later, but let's get into the, you know what, let's talk about this one next, the Mega Minion Tim, and I didn't know that they made every single Mega Minion like this. It's funny too, because on the backside here, it totally shows it. I just missed them. Alrighty, let's see what's going on here, and I think this is kind of like a Stretch Armstrong, if I were to guess. It definitely looks like him, and this is just so weird. Check this out, before I stretch it and maybe ruin it or something, there he is, and now, what the heck? Definitely neat. And oh my gosh, his body even stretches too. And it looks like his goggles are kind of harder, so they stay in the same position. But this, it's pretty fun and totally accurate to the movie. That's why I wanted to get this one, because it makes too much sense. It is time to get into these ones here. And if you're wondering how I felt about the movie, I thought it was pretty fun. I also really enjoyed the cast in it as well, because we had Will Ferrell, Steve Carell, we also had Sofia Vergara. Joey King was another voice I didn't expect, and then there was another one. Oh right, Miranda Cosgrove. I'll be honest, I never noticed that she was in the movies. I guess she's always been there. But anyways, everyone, let's get into the first one here, and I know that these are all tiny little plush, and I believe the Pit Crew Minion is the rare one to get, so let's find out who we've got here. Oh, there's another bag, and maybe it'll tell us all the different ones we can get too. Okay, here we go. Hey, check it out! We got Mega Minion Gus! Okay, this is pretty fun, especially because we've kind of been getting him the whole day. And now, I believe this should tell us all of the different ones. Yes, it does. Okay, Jerry, Mel, Tim, Phil. Okay, yeah, there really is some fun stuff here. And yes, the Pit Crew Minion is the rare one to get. And so I guess we'll plop this one here and get into the next, and let's hope it's just somebody different. Alrighty, here we go, everybody. And I know it's going to be inside of a bag, but let's see. Is it going to be Gus? I hope not. It isn't. AVL Carl. Totally makes sense. He's wearing the suit. Don't fall. And now, let's get into the last one. And you know what, really quickly, before I take the wrap off, check it out. It's like where they actually made the Mega Minions. It's some nice detail. Okay. Here we are. Come on. Is it Dave and Mel? I'm forgetting their names already. There's so many of them. Oh. Hey, check it out. We got Tim with his super long arms. I don't even care that I didn't get the rare one. It's just so weird with his long arms. Now, everybody, I think it's time to actually talk about the movie. Well, we built some Lego. Oh, not too many pieces. Now, funny enough, when it comes to this Lego set here, the bus was only in the movie for, I want to say, a minute or two. It really wasn't that long, but I do still think it's a pretty interesting set to do because there were so many Minions on the bus. I just wish we also got some of the ones that were joking around in the windows. If you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Do. What's the question?
And funny enough, one of the figures inside is another Gus. Now I'm trying to think, when watching this movie, I believe it was the first time in a Despicable Me film that we saw Gru Jr. He pops up right at the beginning, and it was a pretty funny addition because he did actually help out with the plot a lot throughout the film. And even though we didn't get a Funko Pop of him, we did just get the Mega Minions. I think that could be a pretty cool one. There is a scene also in the movie where we get one of the Minions, I don't know exactly which one, with Gru Jr. on his back. That could be a pretty cool figure. And so I'm hoping, now that the movie's released, we do get some sort of Wave 2 coming from Funko. I feel like it'd be perfect. Even though technically I haven't got the first one yet, I still want to see more. Here's what it's looking like, and I believe this is the bottom of the bus, but I guess we'll have to keep building to find out. Oh, and I guess speaking of the Mega Minions, those guys really reminded me of Fantastic Four, just like some sort of like superhero group. And of course, I know that they are a superhero group, but like there were super similarities, no pun intended, to a lot of other characters that I know. Like for example, Mr. Fantastic, as well as The Thing, and we also had Cyclops. Yeah, now that I think about it, most of them were pretty similar. Also, another character that I would love to see as a pop is Chet, Gru's alter ego. I think it's a pretty funny one. They could do him playing tennis or wearing just like a nicer kind of like collared shirt. Because a bit of a spoiler here, Gru has actually had to go to a completely different city because he's in kind of like an AVL protection program. You know, the Anti-Villain League. Okay, yeah, you know what guys? This has to be the bottom of the bus. What else would it be? Looks like making some brake lights. Oh, and because they moved to another town, something that kind of bugged me in the movie is that characters had to be left behind. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of Kung Fu Panda 4. Because, you know, the Furious 5 wasn't in that film too much. They kind of just showed up for a split second with no voice acting. We weren't able to see Dr. Nefario for very long. He was in at the very end for like a few seconds, as well as Gru's mom and Kyle, as well as Lucky. All of them were just like off in a different place because the AVL said they weren't allowed to go. Which did kind of suck because they are pretty funny characters, but I guess the Mega Minions made up for them. It just would have been nice to see them a little bit longer. Oh, and now I don't think I mentioned it yet, but I really did enjoy the movie. Was it my favorite Despicable Me or Minions one? No, I don't think so, but it wasn't like a bad one. I just think I enjoyed other villains more. Like, for example, in Despicable Me, of course, with Vector, like, you really can't beat him. And actually, now that I think about it, a bit of a spoiler again, I guess they got him off the moon because he showed up again? That might be a spoiler, I'm sorry. But anyways, everybody, Minion number 2 is complete. All right, everyone, here's what we've got. It looks like both dance floors, the license plates. It's really starting to look like the bottom of the party bus. You know what? I've never really thought about this, but Funko has never made any of the villains into Pops. It's always just Minions and Gru and Agnes. Well, I guess we also got Kyle and Lucky in there as well as Fluffy, but yeah, no villains ever. Huh. Maybe they thought they weren't gonna sell as well, but like, just Vector, that's all we need. Ooh, bad sticker placement. This next one better be better. It is! And if you guys are wondering, I just made a turntable, and I believe it goes right here. Yes, it does. Banana! Well, everybody, it looks like we're building the top of the bus. And now, getting back to the movie, I enjoyed Maxim as a villain. I thought it was really funny that he had cockroaches as, like, minions, you know? Like, not the minions, but minions. And they had funny parts as well. Like how they were all wearing little helmets. I think that was really funny at one point because they're all supposed to be, like, in the army, kind of. Because, of course, they were an army of cockroaches. The only thing that I did find a little bit odd is when Maxim turned, well, Gru Jr. into a cockroach. It was a bit weird. But I guess fitting with his character because, of course, he is an evil villain, and Gru is really not anymore. He's, well, I mean, he's in the Anti-Villain League. It's kind of self-explanatory. Oh, and going back to the Anti-Villain League, at the beginning of the movie, when he goes back to his school, I thought it was really funny because in the crowd were a bunch of other villains. Some, of course, from Despicable Me and Minions, but there was a few other ones that kind of looked like other villains. Other Mother from Coraline, I swear I saw her in the background. I also thought I saw some of the characters from Monsters vs. Aliens. They didn't look exactly like them, but they felt like they were kind of like nods to the characters because they had too many similarities. And like, I would not be surprised if they were actually put back there. It just seems like something that Illuminations would do. Hold on, everybody. We are connecting the hot tub to the party bus. Oh, Yeah, let me just squeeze this in here. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. I'm understanding now. If you guys want to check it out, though, it's on there, hooked in. And now, another thing that I really liked about the movie, too, and I thought this was just such a funny running gag, was the minion stuck inside of the vending machine. Especially when he finally got out at the very end and then the whole house locked down. It's just like, come on, could he catch a break? And of course, I know that's the joke. It's just too funny. I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot going on with this minion.
Boom, ba-doom, ba-da-doom. What's the question?
Ooh, no, they're all falling. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, well everybody, there is the next bit of the bus on there. It's really starting to look like one, that's for sure. We just need the wheels. Alrighty everybody, this is it complete with every single minion inside. I mean, come on, that's a pretty party bus. But anyways everybody, if I were to talk about this movie one last time, I would say it's a pretty fun one, and if you like Minions and Despicable Me, you should go check it out. And again, I apologize that I could not get the pops for this video, but there will be a hunt out as soon as I can find them, so stay tuned. But seriously though, this has been a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.